What's up, guys? Welcome back. This time, boy, Adamslink. How you guys doing? Welcome to another freaking video. Firstly, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on where you are watching this video from. I know you guys won't be happy with my remark. Of course, the title of this video, I know that already, was cheap. Let us try to just have an open mind to read. I know Osinachi is the victim. Yes, that doesn't change anything. She's the victim and we must get her justice. But in a way, I feel like she's responsible for her death. I think she killed herself. I'm going to explain to you. I listened to an interview. This one is coming from some delegate who went to visit her children at her home from Ministry of Women Affairs. They had a conversation recently with the kids, and the kids revealed so many stuff. Not just only beating, but chronic wickedness melted on her by her husband. And also not just for her alone, also for her children, on her children as well. Then I begin to think, if you do not love yourself enough to move, what about your kids? Your husband was also being wicked to your own children, to your kids, and yet you still stay with such a monster. I want somebody to make me understand that. Like, I want to understand, because I thought it was just her alone. But no, this man was a chronic, wicked human being who just want to inflict wickedness on his wife and also his children. I'm just going to play you the video, then we can move over to other things. I feel very annoyed watching this video. Not for the interview as well, for Osinachi. May our gentle soul continue to rest in paradise. I'm not here to pass blame, but that is just what I think. This is just like a lesson to other women. Please, do not think people will sympathize with you. Do not think people will leave that marriage, leave that relationship.
And they should never say anything that has been happening in the house. I came in with a crew, with all the directors from the ministry and the permanent secretary. And so sad. We did all we could. We met a friend of his there who has stationed himself to monitor what is happening, and the nanny that visits them to take care of the children. So when I was asking questions, the children, I saw that they were not forthcoming. And I now excused everyone out. I said I needed to have one-on-one with the children. So I sent all the children in. I asked the nanny to take them in. I started with the first son. I said, "Do you love your mommy?" He said, "Yes." "Has your mommy taught you to tell lies?" He said, "No." I said, "You know that, is she alive or dead?" He said, "She's dead." "You know that she's now your angel and she's watching you. She'll be very sad if you tell lies." And here I introduced myself and I told him that the president is concerned, every Nigerian is concerned. We all join them to mourn Osinachi's death. But what we want from him is the truth. If they want us to help them, all I want from you is the truth. The boy adjusted his seat. He looked at me. I said, "Do you fear God? Did your mom teach you how to pray and speak the truth?" He said, "Yes." Then he opened up. There was nobody, myself, himself, and my permanent secretary. And thank God, my permanent secretary was recording everything. The boy now opened up and said that their dad used to beat their mom, and their mom was always sad. She would always sad and thinking he would beat her and fling her off. He doesn't spare them himself, that he gathered them in the room and will be beating them with a big belt. If the mom comes in to ask him to stop, he will turn back on her, beat her, lift her, fling her up. And that has always been the issue. And that they are always scared, and that he doesn't go out, he's always in the home. It's the mom that runs around She goes for her gospel music, bring back the money. In fact, if the money is paid through cash, through a bank account, it's paid to his account. She has no account of her own. Any cash she comes back with, he collects it. And he will give just a peanut to her for feeding. In fact, the boy said, he eats more than them. He will give mommy small money, and when she cooks, the next minute he starts shouting and beating her, that he is always shouting. And their mom was living in fear, always sitting sad. Oh, it was such a horrible story to hear from a young boy of just 12. The eldest son is 12. And because of the trauma the children went through, I asked him which class he is. He's in class 5 at the age of 12. Why? He said he can't even read. A boy of 12 years can't even read. So mentally, this child is already destroyed.
Retarded, yes.
Completely. I was battling with tears. So when he finished, I asked him to move to the other side. I called the nanny to bring in the second child. The second son, wonderful, beautiful son, who is also gifted. Mm-hmm. I learned that he sings well. They mentioned it, so I asked him, I said, can you sing for me? When he sang, you could hear his voice like an angel. The DPO had just come to do some investigation, and he met me there. We were all battling with tears. The DPO, a man, couldn't help his tears. The second son explained the same horrible situation that they've all been going through. So my palm said, even these two were enough. The other two, when I said, okay, call them and let's just... the third one said, no, mommy, I want to talk. The little one, they insisted that they will also tell their story. So we sent everyone out and we listened to each one of them, one after the other. In fact, the last one is 7. A girl, the only girl in the house. It's so sad. This is a situation that I'm calling on all Nigerians to stand with us and demand justice for Osinachi, and these children must be protected because...
Of course, usually they will say the government do not provide any form of support to women passing through this form of difficulties. And I think the government need to look into that kind of aspect as well. Because when we have this woman to speak out and there's no form of supporting system or whatsoever, because majority, the way our society is built, is that this, now that you see a lot of narrative have been changed. It's a man that provides for the family. It's a man that brings money. The woman just stay at home and take care of the children. It's now the narrative is changing a little bit. This is not only about beating. I want you guys to know that. This is equally wickedness. How can a man, whenever you go out to work, collect money and give you peanuts? How can a man, the cars gifted to you, will drive the cars and refuse to carry you? Even in church, he will leave you there so that you will trek home and you still stay with such a man. This is wickedness now. This is not only beating, no. That's why I'm hungry. A lot of people are hungry with the reason. We just need, if it's only God that can tell why she decided to stay. I don't know. That's why I don't want to judge her whatsoever. It's only God. If God will be happy with her, so be it. But if God will be sad with her, so be it. Because this man is melting wickedness on your children as well. And you have responsibility to those children. And now the man is denying it. The man denied this. He said he has never ever. They are carrying out autopsy as we speak. So that will also pave way to other things that might come out. And just in the vein of speaking out, there's still another revelation that's coming from FKK, Femi Fani Kayode, a former aviation minister from during the time of President Jonathan, his wife is now speaking out. His wife shared pictures of what transpired between herself and the former minister. According to her, she said, "I have been silent reading so much of the blames people are heaping on Osinachi for not speaking up. Sweetheart, you can't understand the weight of a victim of domestic violence or how we go through so much. How the world will look at us. Close friends waiting to laugh at us. Those who would say we warned you. How our family members would humiliate us of putting them to shame if we do leave. How we would be irrelevant in places where we were deemed relevant by status of marriage or maintaining a home. You all forget that a necessity partner is one who feels threatened by the ability or potential of their partner, and I've said this to so many women and men I've had a chance to speak with after eating enough of this breakfast, that if he or she is intimidated by your personality, achievement, charisma, strength, or God-given talent, sweetheart, run for your life. Envy mixed with a slice of hate is violence prone when it has to do with a partner or lover. If he or she can learn to talk over argument without turning a red eye on you, scream at you, which gradually graduate to punches, the absolute need to intimidate or silence you on every unintended provocation, well, of course, we are still sympathizing with FKK wife because FKK is kind of like hiding their kids from her. We are sympathizing with her. She's the victim here, and we understand that. But let's all be completely honest. You got married to a man who has been formally accused of doing such thing, to a man who has children before. But I do not want to even go that deep. So she is the victim, and as long as she posted videos, pictures to back it up, of course, bloody nose and all the rest. Man, things they happen. No. It's quite unfortunate. But I think we should safeguard our women more and not just be violent to them. It's a total turn off. We shouldn't. No matter the circumstances. I think it's better to walk away. People always talk about walking away. I know it's hard though, but practice it. Practice it. And it's really, really good to keep quiet. Just stay quiet. I know some partners do not like their partner keeping them quiet, but I think it's really good to just look at. I think the keeping quiet should be more from the man. Well, what do I even know? I'm not even married yet. But the little I know that domestic violence is bad. It should be discriminated. You do not have the right to eat someone's child, or despite you pay bride price or whatsoever. You do not have that right. Well, let's move forward, guys. Let's check out this man. So, according to how it was narrated, let's say justice for Jude. This is Mr. Jude, age 61. He left his wife at home to meet with a side chick he met on his way home a few days ago. Yesterday, he lied to his wife that he would not come home because of a meeting with their Oyibo client. After a night of hot romance, side chick reportedly left with every penny he had, including his clothes. He was stranded at a bus station in Okwewi Road, Owerri, in Imo State without any money or clothes. The hotel staff gave him the towel on his waist. We need help for him. Just imagine I'm at home now, or I'm in school, or in Abuja here, just searching through the internet, and I saw my dad like this. But I think this man definitely has grown-up children. Just imagine, is this your father? Is this your father? Oh God, he lose guarded. How can you be sleepy after you don't not get feeling? You just sleep naked. You don't open your balls, everything. Wow. Don't do that. There's some kind of orientation some men need to learn. Oh. You do not just sleep on the bed. Wow. Nothing they happen. No, now. How about? And there's some orientation you guys need to learn. Well, he learned a very valuable lesson, though, and I think he will never forget it. So, Bobrisky is ready to die for being, or to do anything for being, a transgender. You know, recently, the rep are about to pass a law that will see cross-dressers serving jail terms up to 6 months or paying the fine of 500,000 naira. We have seen a lot of cross-dressers being afraid. Someone like James Brown is afraid. James Brown said, let me read what James Brown wrote. James Brown said he's a drag queen and not a cross-dresser that he likes to entertain. That cross-dressing for him is just merely for entertainment. That is because he heard about that story of being arrested or prosecuted by the police. But this one is coming from Bobrisky. He said, or she said, according to him, he is now a full-blown woman. So we can use her for Bobrisky. She said, I am not a cross-dresser. I am a woman. I've done many surgeries that can't be reversed, such as lipo, boobs, etc. When the time comes, even court self go confirm, say, I am now a girl. Still have many upcoming surgeries to be done. Now, who be cross-dresser? Go dey fear. I have all my doctor reports on all my surgeries. So when the time comes, my lawyer will sort all that for me. So, you know, LGBTQ community do not agree with Bobrisky. Bobrisky is not doing it for fame. Now, Bobrisky is openly saying he is a woman, or she is a woman, a transgender, not a cross-gender, not a cross-dresser. So, with now Bobrisky fully coming out, it's not about money now. Can LGBTQ community accept Bobrisky for this? We see James Brown not accepting that he's a cross-dresser. He said he's just an entertainer. He entertains. Okay. Well, that's for that. And check out this video.
Chiboy, Daddy have come back.
You know, the mother decided to prank her children, saying that daddy has come back, and they ran inside. Honestly, that's not good. I remember when see, everybody, most of us have such experiences. I remember my dad, you do not dare touch his television. If you try it, oh God, you're on your own. But now it's a little bit, it's not that harsh anymore because we have now grown up. He's even trying as much as possible to get us closer to him now, to show us love. But I sometimes sense father just have to do some certain kind of sacrifices. You know, in a home, there should be an angel and there should also be a justice. You understand? And mother and father need to play both roles. It's not easy to raise kids. So I won't blame some parents, some fathers, but don't be wicked. Be strict, but don't be wicked. Being strict is different from wickedness. Wickedness is not allowing your child to eat. Wickedness is not allowing your child to go to school. Being strict is giving your child food and also allowing that child to know that if you want to deal with him, you will deal with him or her. And that child will have some level of fear. Sometimes, so even God self, Quran will tell you, fear God. Because the day may God go verse for you, oh God, nobody can say yes to you. And Quran or the Bible also tell us that God is the only being, or what, the only being, thing, human, or whatever you want to define as God, that loves you more than your closest person, and that is your mother. The only being that loves you more than your mom is God. And the only being that will discipline you more than anybody is also God. So parents are playing both roles. So it's difficult. Extremely, really difficult. So thank you guys for watching. It's your boy, Adamslink. Have a wonderful day. Stay blessed. Catch you next time. Bye.